Mr. Desai. I now invite Dr. Parag Rindani to share the experience of the service panel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As a doctor, it's a privilege to diagnose, to treat, and if required, to amputate. I'm going to be a little incisive with my comments, so please beg pardon and don't take them personally. These are the comments on behalf of all the judges on the service sector. I think that the efforts made were humongous. I think that the top management commitment that was visible throughout the projects was definitely there. And for that, I'd like to give a big round of applause to all the participants, service and manufacturing. We've learned CTQ, we've learned CTP. It's time to learn one more CTP, critical to presentation. What is critical to presentation? As my colleague Judge Bhavesh Antani clearly wrote out for me, it's an art of storytelling. You have to tell the story like it was, not in a 3-hour movie, but in a 12-minute presentation. And that's something which some of you missed out on doing. I think it's nice to have tools. It's very good to have tools, but you give a person who has 2 legs a pair of crutches and he's going to misuse them. Some of you have done exactly that. You've used tools in places where you could have afforded not to. As my friend Mr. Desai said, 222, lots many more. But what's critical is to know when to use them and where. The other thing is linkage of your projects to organizational goals, organizational prerogatives is very, very critical. Some of you brought that out beautifully, others didn't manage to. Some of your projects had very simple solutions, but in your efforts to showcase the fact that you're aware of quality tools and that you've visited n number of websites and have all the softwares, you somehow managed to give us the impression that your actual solution was not good enough to showcase on screen. And that's something which we'd like you to take back and definitely reflect on when you come back for the 26th Kimpro Convention. Please focus on the actual changes that go on the ground and showcase those changes, because that is what judges want to see. The other important thing is laying the context. Today we had a mixed bag here. We had financial services, we had healthcare, we had certain manufacturing services in the service sector. Please give the context of what you're doing. Please give the context of your domain, because not all of us understand the parlance which you speak at work every day. And I think each slide has to be meaningful. I often give this example of the International Patient Safety Congress held every year at Hyderabad, hosted by the Apollo Group. We are given a total of only 10 slides, and the time is unlimited. So I think it's important that you learn to make each slide meaningful. Some of your slides were so minuscule that we couldn't see the data. So it's just a fervent appeal, a request, that try and make presentations more meaningful. I'm sure that you have all the work put into the docket, which you're anyway uploading on the website. So as judges, we were very pleased to judge today. I think we've come to unanimous decisions regarding the runners-up and the winners, which we'll share with you at a subsequent time. But as usual, it's a pleasure to come here and learn. And for that, I remain, and my colleague judges remain, just like all of you, fellow students of Mr. Lulla and Kimpro. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dr. Rindani.